What's up guys, welcome to a new video by Reviews on Anything. You find me outside today because we are having a look at a bike helmet. As you know, if you follow this channel, I am Dutch, and if there's one thing we Dutch do, it is biking. But of course we got to do it safely. So today we're testing this bike helmet from OutdoorMaster. Now I'll give you a brief overview of the helmet first, some close-ups, and then we'll actually do a bit of biking around so I can tell you a bit more about it. So let's do the close-up first, and then I'll meet you back here outside. Alright, so let's have a look at this bike helmet from OutdoorMaster, which comes in a protective pouch, which is handy for storage or transportation, and generally a nice touch, I think, when you get your product and it is protected. I got it in nice blue here, as you can see. I'm not sure if the camera fully does it justice, but it's quite a nice color, as you'll see in the outdoor video later as well. It's a pretty, standard shape, I suppose, for a bike helmet. Nothing too crazy to see here, but there is quite a lot going on, which I'll show you. First things first, you get a whole set of inserts and removable lining with it, which is actually quite a nice touch because obviously the inside is the part that connects to your head. So you're going to sweat in it, it's going to get wet, you're going to get rain into it and all that. So that is the part that's going to get dirty, and you get a whole set of replacement units here that can just sort of Velcro in and out. Quite nice, nice touch that you get this extra, gives the helmet a longer lifespan. So good job there by OutdoorMaster. So let's have a look around the helmet, starting with the sun visor. This is actually removable, so if that's not your style, then you can take it off. It does have some production marks on it though, so it's not the highest quality sun visor, I'd say. A bit sloppy, but you can see the protective shell of the helmet is loose from the visor, so you can remove it no problem. The helmet itself is very light, thanks in part to the large amount of ventilation holes. Obviously that's a big issue with helmets in general, is that you overheat. Thanks to these ventilation holes, that is not the case. Here on the back you have a ratchet strap. It's a pretty standard affair to tighten it around the base of your skull, which is actually quite good because you never have a perfect fit with a helmet. Your hair grows, so it's nice to have that adjustability. And the same goes for this strap that goes around your chin. That also has plenty of adjustability in it to make sure that you have a tight fit, because obviously you have to have a nice tight fit before it falls off. Then the big feature is MIPS, Multi-Directional Impact Protection System. You can see it at work here. It is a layer inside the helmet that allows your head to rotate in the helmet in case of a crash. This system is a separate company that developed it, and the company says your head, you never fall in a straight angle, so your head needs to rotate within the helmet, and this MIPS system allows you to do so. So it's an extra layer of safety technology in the helmet, and OutdoorMaster is actually quite proud that it has partnered with this technology in this helmet to ensure optimal safety. It's something that you don't really notice once you have the helmet on, but it is something that works for you in the background and in case of a crash. Overall, I think the design is quite nice. Like I said, it looks like a pretty standard shape for a bike helmet, but I think there's some clever touches here. I like that the visor is removable, and overall the look and feel of the whole thing is nice, streamlined and light, and those extra ventilation holes, especially in my case because I overheat quite quickly, are super nice. Alright, so that's the helmet in a nutshell. Now let's have a little bit of a talk about the experience that comes with this helmet. First things first, I'm wearing sunglasses because otherwise I'll be squinting into the camera, which is obviously not very nice, and I'm holding it in my hand so you're not looking at me from my handlebars like this the whole time. So putting the helmet on, this is what it looks like. You've got the nice chin strap here that you can of course adjust, and then the helmet sits on your head like so. Now I showed you the MIPS system on the inside, and you can actually see the yellow through the holes here, and if I move the helmet, my head stays in the same position. You can actually see it at work. While you're riding it, you don't really notice it because obviously the helmet sits on your head, but it is of course when you actually have a crash where it comes into play. But sitting like this, you can actually see it in action as the helmet moves and my head doesn't. Now let's bike, regular traffic, so don't be alarmed if there's flies in my face like this or when there's cars coming by. So the helmet itself, it's a helmet, you know what it's for, you know what it does. This is how it looks on me. I got the size L, which fits my head perfectly, but thanks to the adjustable strap in the back, you can actually adjust the tightness to your preferred liking. Meaning you can also wear this with a hat, albeit a thin one, underneath, because of course with all the holes in the top, great for cooling, but when you're riding in winter, it is gonna get a little bit cold. But you can wear like a thin shell underneath, so it's actually quite nice. The visor you can actually take off, so if that's not your kind of thing, you know, fine too. You can see I'm wearing sunglasses underneath the helmet, no problem. But that's, you know, because it's quite an open design and it doesn't cover your ears. Helmet's quite comfortable actually, because it's super light, so that's key. Because when you're wearing this for longer trips, then obviously you want it to be as light and as unobtrusive as possible. So we go left here. So that's actually quite nice that it's so comfortable on the head, and with the adjustment strap, so we go by a construction site here actually, with the adjustment strap you can make it as tight as you prefer. So all around good fit and a good adjustability, should fit anybody as long as you have the correct size. Now I'm not going to crash on purpose to show you how it functions. I'm pretty sure you can imagine how that will look like. The good part is that obviously the main part of your head is protected. The downside is that your face and the sides of your heads are not protected. So, you know, it's not a full face crash helmet obviously, because we're still just biking, but you can imagine that it has its limitations. Now, obvious question is, should you get a helmet like this? And the easy answer is yes, because obviously it improves safety, and safety is important. To be honest, here in the Netherlands, most people don't bike with helmets, because we bike since we can walk effectively. So most people are experienced enough bikers not to crash. But that said, most crashes involve head injury. So these are definitely a good idea in general, especially, you know, if you're not too secure on your bike, so to speak, then this is definitely a good solution for you. Overall, I like this helmet. You know, it's on the one hand, it's not too spectacular because it is just a helmet. It doesn't have any crazy features like Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or built-in speakers or something. Let's go right here. So, you know, it is a fairly standard affair, which is actually quite something I like. I don't need Bluetooth connectivity with my helmet. I don't need a sun visor that flaps down like a snowboard helmet. I don't need any of that. It is a functional tool that improves bike safety. I like it. It's also nice to know that that MIPS system is an additional layer of technology in the helmet that should protect you in case of a crash. So overall, you know, it does its job and it does exactly what it says on the tin, which is something I really like about products. Because often products go wrong with their marketing message, and that is certainly not the case with this one. I think it's an easy buy if you are into biking, if you bike long distance or if you bike often. There's plenty of colors available, so there's certainly something for your liking. And overall, I think OutdoorMaster has done a pretty good job with making a helmet that is solid, functional, stylish, and lightweight. So it actually ticks all the boxes as far as a bike helmet goes, I think. That's all I got for you in this video. I'll put a link in the description to the page for this helmet so you can check it out yourself, see what kind of tech is inside, and if there's a color there for you. I'm going to continue riding with it. I quite like it. So thank you, OutdoorMaster, for sending this review unit so we can actually check it out. For now, that's it. I'll check you guys in the next video. Cheers!